What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Toolbox Chronicles. I figured I'd do a quick tool review, give you guys a little bit of an overlook, and see if it's something that you might think is worth putting in your garage or not worth putting in your garage. Um, to be honest with you, Harbor Freight tools, I think, have came a long way compared to what they used to be. Um, Much cheaper and maybe not as good as quality. Um, there's certain things I would still stay away from. Don't get me wrong, but there's still a lot of things that I think are worth buying for the price, especially depending on what you're using it for. There's a lot of different things that might be good for home use or better for a shop use. I've had good luck with both. I've had Harbor Freight tools and equipment in shop settings before, and the 3-ton jack from Harbor Freight has been say it's lasted me 5 years, and the one from Napa, AutoZone, Advanced Auto, whatever it was, lasted me a couple of years and is garbage. So the Daytona jacks from them, I think, are great. Stuff like that. Like I said, it really depends on the tool, and then um, I don't want to say the quality of the tool, but their higher brands, I guess, that they call for quality. Pittsburgh, I think, is still the lowest brand per se. Not saying that some of their tools that you use are bad tools, but some I would not use for certain things. And some might be a one-time use, and that's that. Wrench is good for bending, whatever. So back to it. Today, I figured I'd give you guys a quick look at the Bauer 6-inch grinder. This one does have an LED light on it. It comes with 2 standard grinding wheels. One thing that I plan on doing is I had bought a grinder wheel or not a grinding wheel, a wire wheel to put on the other side because a wire wheel comes in a lot, super handy. But it was not the right size. It was too big. So that's one thing I do plan on changing on it. But they are pretty simple when they come out of the box. So today what I want to do is get into the Bauer 6-inch grinder with the LED light. Um, what I'm going to do is show you guys basically what it comes with and um, show you guys what you need to put together, what's required, whatever. It's really simple, easy setup. There's not much to it. Pretty basic. I haven't used it much to tell you an honest review of how long it lasts or anything like that. But as any other bench grinder, I mean, bench grinder is a bench grinder, in my opinion. Um, I've had them last forever. I can't tell you the last time I had a bench grinder that just went bad after a short amount of use. So I'm hoping I'll have the same good luck with this. But we'll get into it, and yeah, we'll see what you guys think. All right, so put you in a good view here. So pretty much the thing is, these shields or these platforms, holders, whatever you want to call them, they don't come on pre-installed, but these are just a twist knob. They are adjustable. Obviously, if the wheel was smaller, you'd be able to adjust it in or out much more. There is quite a bit of adjustment to them actually, but you can obviously rotate them whichever way you want to do it. And those super simple to put on. And then up here you have your LED lights. Now they are battery operated. That's the only thing I don't really like about it is their battery operated LED lights. Not a huge deal. I mean, I was hoping it was going to be a plug-in battery light or a plug-in LED light, but that's okay. It doesn't affect anything. It's just a matter of making sure you shut them off and have batteries on hand just in case. Now, these do not come pre-installed either. Here you have both of your shields. Once again, this is just unscrew this kind of wing nut here. You got your bolt. You slide it in there, and you can adjust your shields up, down, wherever you want them. So that is nice. They're nice and clear for now. And then for the actual holders here, same thing. All you gotta do is pull your nuts off here, and you're gonna go ahead and put your bolts in through the brackets, tighten them down, and that's it. Simple, simple setup. Um, it's got a fairly decently long cord here. I still have it wrapped up. Like I said, I've only used it a couple times, so I've just kind of grabbed a cord and I ran it over to it when I needed it. But it is pretty new. I have not used it much to give you too much of a review of how it is, but I've fired it up a few times. Seems to have just about the same power as any other one. It comes standard with 2 grinding wheels. I think I'm going to end up putting a wire wheel on one side because it's always convenient to have a wire wheel. They just come in handy a lot more to me. I went ahead and lagged it down to my bench. There's 2 holes in the front, 2 in the back. You don't necessarily have to do all 4, but you can't be too safe, I guess. And then, honestly, as far as changing the wheels and everything, it all looks pretty simple. All you have to do is take off your, your 3 screws here, and there's going to be a simple nut that you just need to remove. And I'm going to go ahead and actually just show you guys real quick what it looks like to change it. I'm not going to pull the wheel off, but I'll pull this off quick just so you guys can see the simplicity. There is a nut on the other side, so have to make sure you hold that when you take it off. Now, as far as comparing it to any other brand, I mean, I've worked with DeWalt ones and stuff like that. I think they all pretty much are the same as far as changing the wheels and stuff like that. The only thing I would say is, like, it just depends on what size wheels you use and what size the arbor is for the wheel that you want to put on there or whatever. So all you have to do is go ahead, remove that nut and washer, slide the wheel off, put your new one on, tighten it back up, and you're done. Super easy. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's about the same through every manufacturer, at least that I've used. Not saying I've used a crazy amount of different manufacturers for these wheels, but simple. So I mean, I believe I think I got this one on sale. Trying to remember, I think the parking lot sale, I think I paid like $40, which I didn't think was bad. I would have no problem spending the money on this to throw it in a shop. As far as a bench grinder, I don't necessarily think you have to spend big money in order to, if I get this bolt back in here, there we go. For something like this. So catch it on sale. I think it maybe originally was like $60. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I bought it. You can see it's pretty dusty, but definitely, I mean, just by what I have seen, even putting it together, the quality is it's good. There's nothing that I see that would be any sort of concern as to why I would never buy it. So if a 6-inch one works for you, I think you can buy one without the LED lights. I don't know if you can get these as an optional piece to add on at a later date, but I think it was a little extra money to get it with the LED lights. So 100% worth it to me. You never know where you're going to be, where you could just use that a little bit extra light depending on what you're doing. So that pretty much sums up the kind of look over of this grinder. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. I don't think there's too much more to it. Like I said, it's pretty simple. That's going to wrap up our video today on the Bauer 6-inch bench grinder. If you guys have any comments about it, please drop them below because I'd like to know, has it worked out for you? How long has it lasted you? Have you had any problems? What kind of setting do you use it in? Do you use it in a shop where it gets used all the time? Do you have it in your house where you use it every once in a while? Do you have any complaints? Definitely drop a comments below because I would like to know. I guess just for myself, just in case. You never know. There could be a lot more problems than I know. So, thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.